Hi everyone, I'm Mumu from Susan's family. Today I'll teach you how to make butterfly wind chime, sunflower version. This wind chime is divided into the butterfly, bouquet and wine chime assembly parts. First, make the butterfly part. Then, make the bouquet part. Finally, assemble the wind chime. Note that some parts are crocheted with space-dyed yarn. The starting position with different colors will result in a different crocheting effect. You can take the yarn according to the finished product, or choose your preferred color segment to begin with. This kind of yarn is not easy to unravel, so learn the method first, and then start crocheting. You can also practice first using other leftover yarn, and then use the corresponding yarn for crocheting. Let's start by learning the butterfly. They are two identical ones. Each butterfly consists of the front wings, the back wings, the body and the decoration assembly. First, let's learn how to crochet the front wings. It is divided into the main part and the edge. The main part starts with a foundation chain. Work back and forth in rows. You need to crochet two identical fabric pieces for the main part. Before starting, let's take a look at the chart. In the chart, H+ number indicates the row number. The column, stitch instructions, shows what stitch techniques and increasing or decreasing actions are needed for that row. The total stitches column shows the total number of stitches after completing all the work on that row. Several crochet stitches will be applicated, all marked on the chart. We won't list them all here. Now let me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. First, work on the main part. Take the corresponding yarn. Please pay attention to choose your preferred color segment according to your preference. The swatch uses yarn randomly. As you crochet, remember to refer to the chart and use the corresponding hook for specific yarn, color scheme and hook size. Please refer to the detail page of our product and the paper instructions. Cast on is 2ch, which means the casting on method is chain cast on. Make 2 stitches. First, chain cast on. Work 2 chains. The cast on is now complete. Then move on to row 1. Here you see 2, meaning begin crocheting in the second to last stitch of the foundation chain. Count back from the hook side. 1, 2. This is the second to last stitch. The right side of the chain looks like a V-shaped loop. Insert your hook into the top half of the loop. Make a single crochet increase. Now row 1 is complete. Take the front side of the row 1 single crochets as the right side of the whole piece. Then move on to row 2. Make 1 beginning chain. Then turn the work and work 1 single crochet. Remember to work back and forth. The stitches are on the upper left side. Make a SC2 in 1 in the remaining stitch on the left side. Now row 2 is complete. Next crochet row 3. First make 1 beginning chain. At the beginning of each following row, always make one beginning chain. Turn the work. Make a single crochet increase. Then work one single crochet. Finally work one single crochet increase. Row 3 is now complete. Continue to crochet row 4. The number before X indicates how many, so crochet that many single crochets. Here it means crochet 4 single crochets. Finally work one single crochet increase. Next, I'll show you how to count rows. Odd-numbered rows show the texture of the right side of the single crochet, which looks like individual V-shapes. Even-numbered rows show the wrong side texture, where a horizontal strand appears on top. Simply alternate between front and back to count the rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is how you count rows when working back and forth in rows, so the 4th row is complete. For the 5th to 7th rows, the crochet method is similar to the previous ones, only the number of stitches differs. The 8th row is worked evenly, meaning one single crochet in each stitch. The technique is simple. You can refer to the chart and finish the 8th row. Remember to check the number of stitches after completing each row. The sample swatch here has already completed the first 8 rows. Now continue with row 9. Make one beginning chain. First, make one slip stitch. Slip stitches do not need to be pulled tight. Then work 9 single crochets evenly into each stitch. Finally, make a single crochet increase. So row 9 is complete. Continue to crochet row 10. First, work 10 single crochets evenly. One single crochet increase. K means skip stitch, which is to skip one stitch and leave it unworked. Row 10 is now complete. Row 11 to row 12. Refer to the chart and crochet accordingly. Keep going until the last slip stitch of row 12. The swatch has already reached the corresponding position. After finishing the slip stitch, make 1 chain to secure. Then pull out the yarn tail. Cut the yarn. Pull tight. This completes row 12. Now work row 13. First turn the work. Join yarn in the 4th to last stitch of row 12. Hold the yarn tail at the back of the fabric. Draw the yarn through. Then work 1 chain. Pull tight. This completes the yarn joining. For future yarn joins, you can follow this method. Now we've reached X2T. Brackets mean to crochet into the same stitch. First, make 1 single crochet, place the yarn tail over the hook. Crochet and hide it as you go. Then work 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. This completes the crocheting within the brackets. As you can see, this creates a curved shape. Then correspondingly make 8 single crochets. Row 13 is now complete. Rows 14 and 15. You can refer to the pattern and finish these 2 rows. Note that on row 14, K3 appears. The number here indicates how many stitches to skip. I've already completed row 15. Now begin row 16. Here we encounter a new stitch technique, a mean single crochet decrease. Insert the hook into the left stitch. Yarn over and pull through. This is 1 incomplete single crochet, then insert into the adjacent stitch. Yarn over and pull through. Complete 2 incomplete single crochets. There are now 3 loops on the hook. Pull through all 3 loops at once. Draw the yarn through. 1 single crochet decrease completed. Then continue the rest of the row following the chart. The remaining rows are simple. Pay attention to the joining position on row 17 after turning the work. It's on the 3rd to last stitch of row 16. Then begin crocheting. Everyone keep following the chart and finish crocheting. This completes the explanation of the front wing main part. Next, learn how to crochet the left side edge. Here, left and right refer to when the butterfly is laid flat, facing you. First, work back and forth on the main part. Then crochet along the edge. The new stitch technique used here is W and 3 SC in 1, 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. Now watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Start with row 1. Take the corresponding yarn. Then take one of the front wing main parts. Position the main part so that the wrong side of the last row faces you. On the last row of the main part, join the yarn in the first chain from the right. Pick up the back 2 loops. Then work 2CH, SL, X5. The parentheses indicate a group. X number indicates the number of times to repeat the pattern. First work 2 chains. You can see there are 5 circular arcs on the main part. We make 1 slip stitch at the intersection of the first and second arcs from the left. Work 1 slip stitch. Pick up the back loop only. This completes the content inside the parentheses once. Then work 2 chains. At the intersection of the second and third arcs, make 1 slip stitch. Pick up the back loop only. This completes the second repetition of the content inside the parentheses. Next, work 2 chains. Make 1 slip stitch at the junction of the next arc. Pay attention, the slip stitch in the last group should be worked on the chain of row 9. Everyone follow this method and repeat the process 3 more times. This completes the explanation for row 1. Now move on to row 2. Make 1 beginning chain. Then crochet 3 single crochets into the left chain space. Complete. Crochet 3 single crochets into each of the remaining 4 chain spaces. You can hide the yarn tail as you crochet. This completes row 2. The method for rows 3 and 4 is simple. Every 1 crochet to the FV double crochet increase in row 4. The swatch has already reached the double crochet increase position. FV means working 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Finally complete all the instructions inside the brackets. This completes row 4. Now I'll demonstrate row 5, using the swatch. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Turn the work. Then into the left side chain space. Work 1 single crochet. Next pick up the 2 strands on the left chain. Make a SC2 in 1. Pay attention not to crochet into the stitch on the left. Now we meet W, 3 SC in 1. Work 3 single crochets into the stitch on the left. The 3 SC in 1 is completed. Then pick up stitches, and follow the pattern chart to crochet the corresponding stitch. On the slip stitch, pick up 2 strands of the braid and crochet. On the last stitch, work 3 single crochets into the same stitch. Then on the left side edge, pick a suitable position, work 4 single crochets. After completing, on the main part edge, pick up the space between rows. Evenly work 8 single crochets. Once completed, reach the starting point of the main part. Pick the insertion point of the first row. Work 3 single crochets into the same stitch. Weave in the starting tail together. After completing, work single crochets evenly into each stitch along the main edge. After completing, evenly work 3 single crochets on the edge. After completing, stretch the loop. Leave a 5 cm yarn tail, and cut the yarn. Now proceed to fasten off. Pull the hook through the first single crochet stitch from the left side. Tuck the yarn to the wrong side. Then come out through the braid where the tail is located. Continue crocheting to the back side. Adjust it a bit. This way the joining end won't show any seam marks. Finally, weave in all ends on the wrong side. So one left front wing is completed. The right front wing is symmetrical to the left one. For the right front wing edge, keep the right side facing you. Join the yarn at the back loop of the chain from row 9 of the main part. The slip stitches in row 1 are worked at the junctions of the 5 arcs on the main part. Pick up one strand at a suitable position, on the back side for insertion. For the last one, insert the hook at a suitable spot along the edge. Rows 2 to 4 follow a crocheting method similar to the left side. Complete them accordingly. On row 5 of the right edge, crochet along the edge. The insertion points are perfectly symmetrical to those on the left edge. Here I'll demonstrate the technique using a swatch. Starting at the double crochet stitch from row 4, work 1 single crochet and 3 SC in 1. Then on the chain stitch on the side, pick up 2 strands and work a single crochet increase. Make 1 single crochet in the chain space. Then correspondingly make 3 single crochets. Starting from the last row on the main part side. Work corresponding single crochets. At the beginning chain, work 1 single crochet and 3 SC in 1. On the other side, correspondingly make 8 single crochets. Along the edge side, correspondingly make 4 single crochets. Then cut the yarn and fasten off. Weave in the yarn tails. This completes the right side edge. The front wing is now finished. Next we'll learn the back wing. The back wing also consists of the main part and left, right side edges. For the main part, use the foundation chain method. Work back and forth in rows. The crocheting method is similar to that of the front wing's main part, only the stitch count and row count are different. Do not break the yarn while crocheting the main part of the back wing. Crochet a total of 2 main parts. You can refer to the pattern chart to complete it. This is what the back wing main part looks like when completed. The explanation for the back wing main part is now done. Back wing left side edge. First work back and forth on the main part. Then crochet along the edge. The new stitch technique used is TV, half double crochet increase. Now, let's show. Take the corresponding yarn. With the right side of the back wing main part facing you. On the 8th row of the right side of the back wing main part, pick up the edge. Join the yarn with these 2 strands. Then work 2 chains. Next, on the 9th row stitch on the left side. Pick up 1 strand and make 1 slip stitch. This completes 1 group. A total of 4 groups need to be crocheted. These 4 slip stitches need to be evenly spaced. Pick 1 strand from the stitch of the 9th row and work into it. The last slip stitch. Work it into the edge of the 9th row. Everyone finish the remaining 3 groups. For rows 2 to 6 that follow, the crocheting method is the same as the front wing edge, only the number of stitches and rows are different. On the 6th row there is a TV, half double crochet increase, which means working 2 half double crochets in the same stitch. You can refer to the chart and crochet up to the half double crochet increase position. The swatch has already reached the corresponding position of the 6th row. First work 1 half double crochet. Then work another half double crochet in the same stitch. This completes the half double crochet increase. Continue to follow the chart and finish this row. So the 6th row is complete. Next I'll demonstrate the 7th row using the swatch. Make one beginning chain to start. Turn the work. Refer to the chart and crochet the corresponding stitch pattern. After completing the second slip stitch, work 7 chain stitches, indicating to begin crocheting from the 3rd stitch from the end. Starting from the 3rd stitch from the end, pick up the front loop and work 2 half double crochets correspondingly. Three single crochets. Continue picking up stitches and crocheting the corresponding stitch pattern. After completing the 3 SC in 1, at the side edge, pick up the edge and work 1 single crochet increase. One single crochet. 1 single crochet increase. 2 single crochets. On the side of the main part, correspondingly work 8 single crochets. At the starting chain, work 3 SC in 1. Continue picking up along the side and correspondingly work 7 single crochets. On the edge side, correspondingly work 4 single crochets. Into the skipped stitch on the left side, work 3 SC in 1. In the next stitch, work 1 half double crochet. And 1 single crochet. Pull up a large loop, break yarn and fasten off. Weave in the yarn tail along the wrong side texture. This completes the explanation for the left edge. Finally, let's learn the right edge. On the back wing main part, first work back and forth. Then crochet along the edge. Please watch my demonstration of the specific crocheting method. Take the corresponding yarn, then take the other back wing main part with the wrong side of row 12 facing you. Join yarn at the right side of row 9. Pick up 2 strands from the back loop. Then work 2 chains. Next, on the stitch of row 9 on the left side, pick up 1 strand and work a slip stitch. This completes 1 group. A total of 4 groups need to be worked. They should be evenly crocheted on the single strand at row 9 on the wrong side of the main part. Everyone finish the remaining 3 groups. Rows 2 to 6. The method is simple. Just follow the chart to crochet. Now I'll demonstrate row 7, using a swatch. Make 1 beginning chain to start. Turn the work, refer to the chart and work the corresponding stitch pattern. At the corners, work 3 single crochets in 1 stitch. On the side positions, work the corresponding stitches. On the main part side, work 7 single crochets corresponding to the stitches. Continue to follow the pattern and crochet the corresponding stitch pattern. After completing, cut the yarn and fasten off. Thread it through from underneath the slip stitch loop, where you started. Weave in the yarn tail to hide it. This completes the right edge. The back wings are now fully explained. Next we'll learn how to make the body. Use the foundation chain method to start. Follow the magic ring, form a loop. Watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. Start with a chain stitch. After completing, begin from the second stitch from your hook. Pick up the top loop of the chain and work corresponding single crochets. In the last chain, work 3 single crochets into one stitch. After completing, you reach the other side of the starting chain. Insert your hook into the corresponding insertion point of the previous stitches. Work corresponding single crochets. Pay attention, do not work the first stitch into the rightmost insertion point. Weave in the beginning tail of the yarn together. Work a single crochet increase into the last insertion point. Then into the starting stitch. Work 1 slip stitch. The slip stitch is not indicated in the form. When crocheting in rounds, you always end with a slip stitch. Doesn't count as 1 stitch? Pull tight. This completes the first round. We'll use the clearer texture side as the right side. Cut off the unsecured yarn tails. Move on to round 2. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. This beginning chain is not marked in the table. When crocheting in rounds, starting with single crochet, always make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Beginning chain doesn't count as a stitch. Start from the slip stitch position of the previous round. Pick up stitches and crochet the corresponding stitch pattern. Join with a slip stitch to the first stitch, where you started. Do not tighten the slip stitch here. Leave a 10 cm tail and fasten off. For embroidery using thread lines. Sewing on the wings. Attaching the body and half beads as separate parts. The line embroidery is worked on the main part of the front and back wings. Then sew the wing on the same side, followed by securing the body and half beads in place. Watch my demonstration for the making method. I'll demonstrate using a sample swatch of the front wing. First, mark the embroidery lines on the fabric piece with a water-soluble pen. You can refer to the finished product, or draw according to your own preference. If you make a mistake in the drawing, just wipe it off with a damp paper towel and redraw. Once the drawing is done, cut a piece of yarn about 50 cm long. Then separate the strands. Lightly pinch one end of the yarn with your left hand. Use your right hand to twist open the yarn. You'll see there are 4 strands. Then remove 2 strands. Pull out each strand one by one. Then thread the 2 strands into the sewing needle. First insert the hook from the back loop of the fabric. After tying a knot, draw through from the front side. Then follow the drawn lines to embroider. Each stitch should cover about 2 rows. Or adjust according to your preference. Then exit from the back. Insert into the middle of the first stitch. Then pass through the center of the piece. When reaching the edge of the main part, simply pass to the back of the fabric at the edge. Insert the yarn into the stitch from the back loop. Weave in a few stitches. Then exit from one end of the next line. Continue with the embroidery. When encountering curved areas, just insert directly. Wherever lines don't intersect, always hide a few stitches at the back. Then exit at the end point of the next line. After finishing the last line, tie a knot on the wrong side. Then hide the yarn tail. Everyone follow this method to sew all the pieces. Now sew the wings together. Here I'll demonstrate with a swatch. Take out the front and back wings on the left side. Match the tip corresponding to the starting point of the main part. Along this connecting edge, work 3 SC in 1 at the pointed tip. Start sewing from the first stitch on the left side. Take same color yarn from the edge and thread the needle. Secure the yarn on the wrong side. Then pick up stitches, and sew corresponding to each stitch. For the front wing, make sure to locate the 3 SC in 1, the one on the right side. Whip stitch 5 stitches. You can go back and sew once more to secure firmly. After completing, tie off and weave in the ends neatly. One wing is now sewn on. Using the same method, symmetrically attach the other wing. Everyone complete this step. Finally secure the body and half beads. First position the sewn wings correctly. Right side facing up. Body with wrong side facing up. Place it vertically centered where the wings meet. Make sure the position is correct. Use a glue stick to attach. If you have a hot glue gun, insert the glue stick. Connect to power. Turn on the switch and preheat. If you don't have a glue gun, you can use a lighter to melt the glue stick for attachment. When using the glue gun, be mindful to work quickly and accurately. Don't burn your hands. The body is now securely attached. Finally, take out the half beads. Large half beads, 3 on each side. Attach them to the upper edges on both sides of the front wings. You can adjust the exact position as needed. Attach one at the very end of each back wing. Glue the small half beads along the lower edge of the back wings. For curved areas like this, use random colors for the sample half beads. Simply attach symmetrically on the other side. Everyone finish this step. That's it for the decoration and assembly explanation. One butterfly is explained completely. Assemble the other butterfly using the same method. Everyone finish this step. The butterfly part is now explained completely.